Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Mercy Nerika and I make lifestyle video, mommy videos, as well as nursing video. So as the title suggests, today we're going to be talking about postpartum care and essentials. Pretty much everything you need to get through your postpartum journey as well as your pregnancy journey, all the way. So a quick background: I'm a mom to two boys, and my first is 2 years old, and then my newborn, he's no longer a newborn anyways, he's 3 months old. This video has been like long in the making, and I just feel like it's long overdue. So I'm doing this in the hopes that this is gonna be helpful to 1 or 2 mamas out there who are like in their pregnancy journey or who just had their baby. So everything I'm gonna share here is everything that proved very helpful and useful to me as a new mom when I had my baby. I will say that everything I have here are things I believe are really needed and essential for your postpartum journey. This is based off my first and my second pregnancy. My both pregnancy with vaginal delivery, but honestly they couldn't be more different. My first was like really difficult. It was a long labor and I had a second degree tear, so recovery time and postpartum was like much difficult than my second. But anyways, everything here, like I said, is something that you're gonna find useful as a new mom in your postpartum journey. So the very first thing here is the witch hazel pad. So this is the Tox brand and it says Tox medicated cooling pads. So this is particularly for those who have a tear. So pretty much just like the title says, it's a cooling pad and it helps like cool up your VV, because after your tear it's like really painful and it's really sore down there. So how this works is, take this and you put this on your pads or your Depends or whatever you use, and yeah, it helps, like it has like a cooling effect. That's how I can say it, because believe it or not, like it's really painful without like anything down there. Following that closely is the Dermoplast spray. So for me, I actually got 2 of these from my hospital. So what happens is, after your delivery and everything, when you're like going back home, they pack so much stuff. At least where I had my baby, they give you so many stuff that at the least when you get home you don't have to bother going to the store for like the next couple of days. So this is a Dermoplast spray. It helps with the itching and with the pain, and like I said also, it goes closely with this. Pretty much after you're done in the washroom, you clean up and then you pat yourself dry and then you spray this before you put this in your panties. So it all goes hand in hand, and I know like this is just the beginning, guys, because it might already begin to seem like it's a lot, but postpartum care, honestly, it's a lot. And if I had not experienced it myself, I probably wouldn't have believed how much things you need just for after baby comes. So closely tied with like the other 2 items I have said is your peri bottle. So basically, after you're done, you fill this up with water and then you clean up with this. The reason I think is because honestly, after baby you're so sore, you don't want to be touching that area, we don't want infection, and you want to make sure that after using the washroom you are clean down there. So how this works, you fill it up with water and then you wash your perineal region by just spraying it. Like you're done with that, you use a washcloth, you pat yourself dry, and then you spray like I talked about before, and you use the Tox pad. So I don't have a washcloth here with me, but you definitely do need a washcloth. So another thing I want to talk about is the use of the pants, the use of like the bigger pads and the use of the smaller pads and the use of like your panty liner. So I grouped all these together because they're pretty much in the same category. The only difference is in terms of timing. So what do I mean? So you most likely would have need for all these things or most of it, but your need for it depends on the time in question. So this is my personal preference, and I'm going to share with you what I mean. At the hospital, so they usually give you this really big pads. So this is it. This is how it's look. I kept this for this video on purpose. So like it's really bogus, it's humongous. So you have this. It's really it's given to you in the hospital, and also you get disposable panties for those who want to do that, and at the same time you get an ice pack if you want to call it that. So how it works is you put, I'm talking about when you're in the hospital now. So how it works is you put this into your disposable panties. I don't have that here because I didn't get to use that. I ended up using my Depends. So you put this and the ice pack into your disposable panties, and basically that's it. But for those of you who don't want to use the disposable, what I ended up doing while I was in the hospital was the use of Depends. That was because for me, in all honesty, it was easier. I didn't have to like bother about like so many layers and layers of stuff. So this acted as a panty as well as a pad. That was for me. So this is what I used, and I think this is a medium if I'm not mistaken. So what I ended up doing was I put the ice pack in this, right, and then I used it like that, and sometimes I ended up using the Tux pad as well. Okay, so now let's talk about when you come back to the house. How does this work? So when I came back to the house, in all honesty, after like my very heavy bleeding stopped, I stopped using the Depends and I moved to the use of this. All right, and give or take, I know everybody's timeline is different, but for me, my heavy bleeding went on for about a week. I moved to the bigger pads, and most likely you're gonna need a bigger pad than the one you're used to because it's a lot of bleeding after baby comes. So I moved to this, and how I used it was I go to the washroom, I clean up with my peri bottle, and after that I wipe myself dry, and then I use the Dermoplast spray, and after that I put in some Tux pad in here, and pretty much that's it. It's like a lot of steps. I know it's crazy, like women, like we literally go through stuff just to bring our little ones in the world. So this is it. Then after like my heavy bleeding stopped, I moved down to the regular pad. So this is an Always pad. You all know this. So I used this, and after that stopped, like 2-3 weeks after baby, I went down to just a panty liner. And believe it or not, you're gonna need a panty liner because even after the active bleeding stops, you still get some discharge that you know you don't want on your panties and stuff. So this is where the liner comes in. So as a new mom, for your postpartum care, you're definitely gonna need this. So you're breastfeeding or you're not breastfeeding. So personally, this time around for my postpartum journey, I chose not to breastfeed, but even at that, I still had to get this because honestly, you can't stop the milk from coming in. But what you can do if you decide not to breastfeed is to dry up your supply eventually when it does come in. So in order to prevent stains and embarrassment and all that, you want the breast pad. So pretty much this is how it works. I never pronounced this right, but this is the brand. I prefer these to like many others out there because this sticks to your clothes. Another item I have here is like for pumping or breastfeeding, if you want to call it that. So this is a camisole. And I have this here because, in all honesty, after I had my baby, I hardly had any bra on. So what I ended up doing was getting a lot of these. But as a new mom, for your postpartum journey, you're definitely gonna need one of these or a pumping bra. The reason this is really good and it's so different from your regular bra is because it allows you, it unclips right here, okay, and you can breastfeed your baby without taking off everything, and then when you're done you clip it right at the front. Okay, so this is how it looks. So you unclip right here at the front, you breastfeed or you pump, and you clip it back when you're done. The same logic applies to the breastfeeding bra. It's not much different. The only difference is that is a bra and this is a camisole. Another thing I have here is some sort of pain relief medication. So it was a shock to me, guys, when like for my first baby particularly, when I like had him and I was breastfeeding, and I noticed that I began cramping and I started feeling pains. I didn't expect this because for me I felt like cramping and all that and immediately with the arrival of the baby. So that was totally new for me. In the hospital I was given ibuprofen, and after I ran out I had to go get some from the drugstore. So this is regular ibuprofen and this is just an equivalent of Tylenol. I'm gonna be honest with you all, I make sure to get extra strength because the regular the regular pain relief or the regular Tylenol doesn't work so much for me because it's just a lot of pain. So you're definitely gonna need some sort of pain relief or some sort of ways to manage your pain and whatever it is you believe in to help control your pain. So I think that's all I have right now. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comment section. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.